So I started coming to the Optimal Spine around 2 months ago, and I came because I was having like back pain and shoulder pain, and I had this impression that it was all related to my daily posture and a lot of things. But even when I try fixing it by myself by just stretching a little bit, it just wouldn't go out. So I one day I was just walking by, and there was this lovely lady outside who was doing measurements about like posture and things like that. I already had the impression that my posture was really bad. And indeed, like when she did the measurements, she could tell that I was starting to, what's the word? Probably my posture was like
Leaning forward.
Leaning forward. Thank
Yeah.
you so much. And she invited me to give it a go, and I said yes, great, because I've been having a lot of pain. So that was absolutely great. First week or second week, we had a bit of a course where we went through basically advice on how on the posture while you work. There was advice on posture while you're doing other activities, even when you're reading a book or having a phone. And I started implementing that into my daily life slowly but relentlessly. And on top of that, there was a lovely introduction when I just started where they explained like what was the posture about, the spine, basically what happened to the spine over time, and in terms of bad posture and how that would solidify over time, and then your posture would just get stuck in that position. And what were the advantages of doing chiropractic? From the fact that it opens a window of opportunity to start making adjustments, but obviously, while like the adjustments are a good thing, the opening the window of opportunity is a good thing. Without changes into my daily habits, it wouldn't have a long-lasting impact. So we work together with Michael in different ways that I can start like improving posture, both like especially when I'm at work, because I work several hours in front of my desk. And ever since I kept coming, I already start noticing like a significant improvement on my neck and my back, and even in my posture when I look myself in front of the mirror. And I think that's a good summary of it.
This is brilliant in the sense that a patient that understands 100% the changes that has been made to his own life, but that it's done incrementally. You just can't change your habits overnight, right?
No, it's
It's a slow process. It's taken years to get to the situation where he is now, where he was sitting in a certain way at the computer, using the mobile in a certain way, walking in a certain way, sleeping in a certain way. And to make those healthy changes, it's a slow implementation process. But you said it yourself, by being relentless, we are now seeing massive improvement. And what it actually does, it gives us more energy as well.
Yeah.
And it gives you the feeling, oh, I want to try something new. I want to start taking up a sport. I want to do different things with my life, because suddenly it's not a survival where you survive your spine, but you get the energy and you can start using it for something else. And that's what, from a practitioner's point of view, make the job as a chiropractor so great, because you actually work with patients, change their life, and you hear about the stories where they are doing something in their life that they wouldn't have done before. You started playing table tennis.
Table tennis in a club, yes, correct.
And you know, we talk about that every time the gentlemen go in, which is brilliant. I love it, right? Because this is something he wouldn't have done before. And now he's even telling me that he's working on being able to hit the ball behind the back. I can't wait to see
It's
that
still
video.
work in progress, but
Massive breath in for me. And out. And again, massive breath in. Come and sit up. Back to me, please. Beautiful. Lie on your back, please. So this gentleman has a very rounded shoulder area. The thoracic area is what is called hyperkyphotic. So we're adjusting his neck to get the neck back, but we're also adjusting the upper thoracic spine specifically to reduce that curvature and make it possible to have a better effect with the traction, which we will see in a moment. Just move down this way slightly, a little bit more. Good. hand in there, and go really floppy for me now. Good. And exactly the same here. Good, and go really floppy for me now. Go floppy. Good. Brilliant. Let's go up and get the traction started. So here, we're going through the setup. We're doing a couple of things here at the same time. We are reducing what is called the sacral base angle, literally the way that the pelvis is sitting underneath the spine. But the most important thing we're doing here is we are forcing the thoracic spine forward, reducing that hyperkyphosis in the thoracic spine, and we are creating the cervical curve. So again, here with the traction is doing the opposite of the spinal presentation, and we combine that with the adjustments that is adjusting the patient in towards a better position. And then, as we just discussed, then the home exercises, the change of habits together with the adjustment and traction, then gradually over time changes the spinal position of the patient. And this is where the posture workshop is crucial, so that the patient understands their role in the job and what they can do in order to speed up the recovery. We've got patients that are not able to do their home exercises, who can't change their work setup. And in those cases, it takes longer to improve. So it's very much how much can you put into the equation? How much are you able to endorse the changes? Because we can do the traction, we can do the adjustment, but are you able to make the changes? Because very often it is what you have done for years and years that have caused these problems in the first place. Now we see the loading starting. So we are starting to load the neck at the same time as we are pulling the head backwards. And in this case here, we are seeing how the patient's thoracic spine is being pushed forward to reduce that backwards position. So the gentleman is being pushed forward and the head is being pulled backwards, and a force is being put in to the neck at an angle in order to stimulate that curve. This is a very specific traction for exactly his spinal presentation.